This is part 2 of the debate. I promised I'd be back, and Satyanath Sarangi is back. And also with Satyanath Sarangi, taking his position tonight is Kavita Srivastava, another well-known social activist from Jaipur. Madhuresh Kumar is national convener of the National Alliance of People's Movements. Sanjay Jain is with the activists on this one, Congress spokesperson. Taking Sanjay Jain on is Sudhanshu Trivedi of the BJP. M.R. Venkatesh is a policy analyst. He takes on the activists on this issue. And of course, many of our viewers would remember that yesterday RSN Singh had quite a fight there with Kavita Krishnan on our program. We'll take the discussion forward, gentlemen. Now, my first question to the activists who'd like to take that, it's open to any of you, but just one of you at a time, please. Because we believe in free speech. The question is this. Okay, you take the question, Madhuresh. My question is this. What you want, what Priya Pillai wants to do, she would not be allowed to do if she was in America against America.
North Korea.
1 second, please. You don't even know the facts. She would not be allowed to do it in the US. She would not be allowed to do it in Australia. She would not be allowed to do it in Japan. I presume, Mr. Sarangi, you believe these are democracies. And by the way, for your kind information, Mr. Sarangi, she would not be allowed to do it in the United Kingdom.
What?
Testify against her own country, compromise national interest.
She's testifying against SR Corporation.
1 second, let me give you one example, okay, since you won't accept it. 1 second. I'll give you one example. In October 2010, the United States says nothing doing. We will not allow an anti-mining activist from El Salvador to travel to the US and testify before the Inter-American Human Rights Commission to give testimony on mining-related violence. You want me to give you more examples? I mean, you people talk about international examples. You want more examples? By the way, the UK, right, where she wants to go. 1 second. The UK, one more example one second. One more example to completely demolish your argument.
Citizens' freedom is right.
One more example will completely demolish your argument and force you to think. Because earlier this month, a British court affirmed a British government decision to ban 2 pro-Israeli activists, which means that the country that you seek to visit uses the same means that India is using to prevent its national interests from being undermined. And then we go with our begging bowls before the same British MPs saying, please deliver our Adivasis. I mean, in 2011, the UK banned several Israeli Arab activists. I mean, I can give you innumerable examples. Satyanath Sarangi, how did you get it so wrong?
Can I talk about?
How did you get it so wrong?
One country.
Somebody going.
No, so you
can I talk about or not
to talk against?
Can I please?
Or something is wrong.
No, I just wanted to place it on record for your information, please, because you keep saying the Indian government.
Place it in record, but
can I place something on record just at the outset, or not? Can I place something on record just at the outset? Yeah. It is that. Leave alone ordinary citizens. We live in a country when an eminent person like the Prime Minister's wife, she is trailed by a bunch of security personnel.
You want to debate the subject. You want to debate the subject. Debate the subject. If you want to make, one second, I have constant. Otherwise, Mr.
I'm talking about
Mr. Sarangi. I am talking about the Priya Pillai case. I am talking about the Priya Pillai case, and I request you. I am actually putting serious facts here on the Priya Pillai case and analogies which have some focus in this case. No, Mr. Sarangi, if you want to, you don't go all over the place. What I'm saying is Australia denied entry to an activist who hoped to challenge Barack Obama over Julian Assange and Chelsea Manning during the G20 summit in Brisbane in 2014.
So should we be following Australia and North Korea and countries that are violating human rights?
I rest my case.
We take the Indian Constitution.
I think I rest my case here. My point is proven.
The Indian Constitution as the guide.
I don't have anything else to say. You have no argument left. Mr. Sarangi, you have no.
Giving you
don't have any argument left now. You see, Mr.
No, or not.
And now let me ask. Okay, first, should we open up to debate? Should we open up to debate? Who's coming into the debate? One second. Who's coming into the debate from the other side? Who's coming into the debate?
What's the point? You don't
one voice from the other side. RSN Singh.
What I'm saying is,
RSN Singh comes in from the other side. One second.
US, Canada also respect their laws.
Sir, let me tell you about Canada now. One second. No, one second. One minute. One minute.
Talk about the Indian
One minute. Let me, 1 second, sir. Just
what Maduresh
Kumar mentions Canada. Maduresh Kumar mentions Canada. I think it is today. You see what happened, Mr. Kumar. You see now.
Yes.
There will be several channels where NGOs will go, and everything they go will be uncontested. On this channel, I believe whether it's NGOs or political parties, they must all be questioned. You mentioned Canada. Let me share a little bit of information.
Yes, all
with
of
you.
us should be
No, let
questioned.
me just share a little bit of information with you, sir. I'm surprised you don't know.
Please do.
A country like Canada.
maybe you do not know,
Mr.
or not,
Sarangi,
that it is
Mr.
the
Sarangi,
Indian
even when
Constitution
cornered,
that
keep your
requires
composure.
you to protect what Pillai
Even
has
when
done.
cornered, keep your composure, Mr. Sarangi. I'm sharing something with Mr.
No,
Kumar,
please
and
say about
are you aware, Mr. Maduresh Kumar, that Canada,
Yes.
through the detailed reports of its own intelligence agencies, has expressed serious apprehensions about NGOs operating in its own country and undermining national interest.
I'm aware of it.
No,
and it
1
has
second.
been
In
challenged.
fact,
I know today I'm sitting here.
1 minute.
NGOs protesting against
one
tar
minute.
sands. They
No,
have
no,
been
no, 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 no,
challenged
no, no,
by
no,
the
no, no, no.
government. That does not make it right.
So, Mr.
Dissent is not criminal.
1 second. So all I'm saying is I have given you innumerable international examples to prove what? Every country defends its national interest, especially the UK, by the way.
Because they're in league
Especially
with
the UK. When it comes to national interest, every
We are
country
also
does.
defending
They're in
our
league with the
national
corporations.
interest.
Okay,
You
open
must
up to the other
realize.
side.
Madam, can I come in here?
We are opening up to the
Media
other
is
side.
the
RSN
fourth
Singh's coming into the
pillar,
debate.
then
RSN
the
Singh.
These governments
of this
are
democracy.
protecting their criminal corporations.
Okay, we'll come to that
That's
as well.
what-
RSN Singh. RSN Singh, part 2 of the debate. Lines will open up, ladies and gentlemen, in about 10 minutes. RSN Singh. And it's an open debate for everyone tonight. It's part 2 of our NGO versus government debate. Lines are opening up. RSN Singh opening the debate from the other side. So keep it short. I want everyone to come in. RSN Singh.
Let me take off from where I left yesterday. One Dutch NGO entity, its official D. Groot, he was refused permission to visit Manipur because that entity was against exploration of oil in Manipur. Once he was denied visa, what he did was that he paid for all these activists, so-called activists, one is sitting in front of me in the frame, and he took them to Manipur and started training them in something called extractive activism. This is on record. Now yesterday,
In your record.
you said
In your
that
record.
yesterday that it is on record.
In your record, right?
Yesterday you said that 74% of your funding in India is coming from Indians. Now you are taking this 74% funding for your India operations, putting it into a speculative currency speculation and earning money out of the same Indians. So you are not only
What is the point
you are
you're
not
trying
only
to
an
say?
NGO,
What is the point
you
that
you
you're
are
saying foreign fund or
financial
Indian fund?
terrorists,
What is the
you
point?
are criminals,
Someone
you are
explain to this
anti-nationals.
I think this is ridiculous.
No, one second.
Just Google and find out the name of this
Questioning the
gentleman
government
called.
doesn't make anyone anti-nationals. Please mind it.
Adab, this is ridiculous.
I'm giving you
And
an
no one
example of
other
D.
than
Groot.
Ornov can use that word.
I'm
please.
giving you an example of D. Groot. If you have a mobile, just Google his name. You see the accounts of your.
What you are saying
Greenpeace?
does not make it gospel truth.
I want to know now.
Sir,
I want to
I'm
know
only telling
on
you.
what no, one
and,
second.
And Mr.
One second.
And Mr.
1 second. According to my information, Benjamin David Hargraves, a British national, studied the construction worker sector in India and returned on February 3rd, 2014. he conducted some special classes for activists. Kavita Srivastava, what are these classes? Have you have any information on what exactly these foreign nationals do in India? And secondly, two cyber experts, I now have their names, I can share with you, I don't know if you know, Emma Rachel Gibson and Fiona Catherine Stewart, both British nationals, visited the Greenpeace headquarters in Bangalore in January 2014. I want to know what communication encrypted software were installed in their servers and computers, what was part of this strategy. And also another name comes up, one second, Gregory Paul Mutit.
Cyber encryption is very common with every corporation, NGO,
So tell me, one second. Gregory Paul Mutit, right? A permanent part of Greenpeace's India strategy. He monitors fund distribution and helps plan protests. He was paid directly. His contract was signed by Greenpeace UK. He was working in India. You want me to give you more examples? Between 27th and 28th of October.
But what was
so why are you getting defensive when I'm giving facts out?
Protests? No. Where is the evidence? Please show it.
I am telling you this is all on record. This is all my information.
Protest.
My information is there with me. You prove to me 10 international activists, including 1 US and 9 Bangladeshi nationals. 9 people, Kavita Srivastava, on tourist visas. On tourist visas, they visit 3 coal block locations. Waigan, Mudwani, in Singrauli and Amelia to conduct an environmental protest study. They come in on tourist visas and after them the media comes in.
Study, but to visit to see what happens when the mining happens. And
really, and tell me one thing. In July 2014, there is a conference in Istanbul. I'll reveal more. I will reveal more. I said tonight I will reveal everything on Newshour tonight. I will reveal more on Newshour tonight. Let the viewers judge. There is a coal strategy conference in Istanbul.
You are the front shop of the intelligence bureau.
Tell me, Mr. Kavita Srivastava, there is a coal strategy conference sponsored by an America-based group called Climate Works Foundation and another called World Resources Institute. This conference identifies 999 thermal power plant sites across the world. Surprisingly, Kavita Srivastava, I find that 50% of these plants are in India.
Yeah.
And then they provide crores of rupees to Greenpeace India. And I have information, Kavita Srivastava, that 5 Greenpeace officials, including the lady who came yesterday, Vinuta Gopal, Soumya Datta, Babu Rao, participate in this Istanbul strategy on how to create people-centric movements in India to stop building coal plants and retire existing coal plants.
This is ridiculous. They went for a meeting and
I am giving you details of the meeting.
They participated in a...
I am giving you details of the meeting.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm giving you details of the meeting.
Arnab, can I come in?
This amounts to direct interference and creation of
Arnab, this type of denial will not take us anywhere. Arnab, this type of denial will not take us anywhere.
Kavita Srivastava, please. I am giving details, you can deny. I'll give details. I am giving details.
Arnab, can I come in
Let the
if there's
viewers judge.
silence?
I will give details. Let the
Arnab,
viewers
can I say something if there's silence?
Let the viewers judge. I'll give details. Counter my facts. Say that I am lying. Say my facts are wrong.
Arnab, they cannot
Either you say my facts are wrong, but if my facts are right, then accept it. My facts are right tonight, Mr. Maduresh. You are getting hassled because I am giving details. Let me share with you. And that is
you are saying
and I need to know what is this national interest? What is this national interest that merges with American and British interests?
This is ridiculous.
Really?
Kavita, just give me a second.
You have said
Really? What is factually incorrect?
Engineered. India against corruption was engineered. What are we talking about?
No, I am not saying what I did not say. I am mentioning things. One second.
Of course it was engineered.
Kavita Srivastava,
Of course it was engineered.
No, not at all.
Kavita Srivastava, now please. No, one second. Kavita Srivastava.
When Kejriwal was fighting from Varanasi,
can I speak?
there were 23 foreign funded NGOs in his support.
I now want to share one very important fact. I want to share a very important fact. Mr. R.S.N. Singh, let me share a very important fact with our viewers.
Arnab, can I?
Let me share a very important fact with our viewers. Viewers should know all these things. I want to share the facts.
Fighting corruption.
1 second, R.S.N. Singh.
You all are the most corrupt people.
R.S.N. Singh, I will now share a very important fact.
And what are you, Mr. Singh? You please explain.
Really? And all this is...
The world knows me. World knows me.
What is
You are
this?
doing this for a few dollars.
No, just
Is this going to be a one-way? Is this only going to be one-way?
Kavita Srivastava is entering the debate. I allow Kavita Srivastava.
Yeah.
I'll put more facts in a bit.
Yeah.
Kavita
Can I have
Srivastava.
some silence? Arnab, I really think you may give 100 instances and I can counter it by another 100. The first point is, the most critical point is that democracy grows with differences in opinion, with debate.
Is
and
America
what
democracy?
are we seeing?
Wow.
We are seeing, please.
Now you
Is
find
America
the Indian
democracy?
we are
very
seeing
good.
Is America
You find all
democracy?
virtues in Indian
Come along.
democracy.
I want to talk
Oh.
about Indian democracy.
I am asking you. I am
now
asking
you
you,
find
Kavita
virtues.
Srivastava. I
You
am
are
asking
talking
you.
about India against corruption. Now you find
One minute.
virtues in
Kavita
Indian
Srivastava, 1 minute.
Great.
One minute. Tonight, a lot of, tonight, 1 second. One second. One at a time. This will be responded to. This, Kavita Srivastava, 1 minute, just 1 minute. I first want to say one thing on this panel.
I want to finish.
You will finish, but
Arnab, I want to finish.
just 1 point. 1 point to
Arnab, I
Kavita
want to finish.
Srivastava. 1 point to you. And after that, 1 point to you, you will answer after that. You will answer after that. My 1 point to you is, America a democracy? Doesn't allow this. Is UK a democracy? Doesn't allow this. Is Japan a democracy? Doesn't
I
allow
don't
this.
agree with
What
you.
kind of democracy do you expect
I
us to
don't
have in
agree with
India?
you.
Which is America a democracy
give you
by the
the
same
dollars.
logic? America does not allow its national interest to be compromised.
Okay.
And the same
Okay.
democracy.
Can you be quiet? I want to answer it.
Yes.
Can I answer it?
Debate it in the media, debate it in the courts, debate it
Yeah.
in your
Okay.
writing.
Kavita
Let me answer
Srivastava
it.
and MR Venkatesh
Please
on the
do
screen.
everywhere.
Kavita
Please,
Srivastava and MR
please,
Venkatesh.
Please put
We
it
have
on.
our standards.
Please
We
don't
have our
take
own
dollars and do
standards
this.
of
Please write a book,
democracy.
go to the
We have
court.
our own standards.
Why do you
Compromising
want
our
to do
national
this
interest.
for a dollar? Please, why do you want to go to the foreign country?
We are not going to allow dissent to be
Please,
crushed.
if-
Priya Pillai.
No, we are not
or
allowing you.
anybody
Please
else
come on the
has
courts.
all
Please,
the right
who is crushing
to
your
go abroad
dissent? You
and
please
talk
show it
to
now.
who they
You
want.
show your dissent
show
in
your
UK.
dissent. You
Democracy
show
is
your
not
dissent
for the
today.
rich.
You show your
Look at
dissent
these
today.
industrialists.
You go to the
What
courts.
are they
Why do you want to
going
go
and
to
doing
America?
abroad?
Why do you want to
Why
go
are
to
you
UK?
targeting
I'm
those
saying
who
this is
believe in
selling the
free
country.
speech?
You are
No, no,
anti-national.
no.
That is why you
No,
are
I
selling the
think-
country. I am saying
Nobody
you are
is an
selling the country.
anti-national.
Please, you are because you are going abroad. You aren't you given a chance? Aren't you given a chance to fight it out here? Aren't you given a chance to go to the court? Aren't you given a chance to go and write in the media? Why are you going to America? Why are you going to the UK? You tell me, why are you going to UK, which doesn't allow its own citizens to do it?
Why does
My
no,
freedom.
India is the greatest democracy. My freedom, where is the freedom? You say where is the freedom now? Where is the freedom now?
Very
I'm
clearly
telling you there is no freedom, you say, but you want to go to America.
Is absolute. Even
My
when I
freedom,
go abroad.
your freedom is linked to the
have not
dollars you
given me
get.
the
Your
freedom.
freedom is linked to the dollars.
You have not
Your
given me the
freedom is
freedom.
linked to the foreign trips.
There
Your
are no
freedom is linked to the
barriers to freedom.
perks that you get.
There are
Your
no
freedom
barriers
is
to
bunkum.
freedom.
Your freedom
My
is
freedom,
nonsense. You
when I
want to
go
destroy
abroad,
this country.
has
You want
no
to rob the
barriers.
country of
If
its
you're
growth.
going to
You
shout,
want to
I'm
see
also
India
going
as
to
a
shout
power.
back.
You see
There are no
poverty as a
barriers.
tool to practice your
And this
democracy.
show,
You
no,
want to
you
create
can put
democracy
barriers
out
on
of
our
poor
freedom.
people. You want
You
to fight
cannot put
this country.
barriers.
You are all
Whatever America may do.
paid mercenaries.
No.
Paid
Stop
mercenaries.
it. Stop abusing.
Right, stop it. You stop it first.
abusing.
You stop it. I say you
abusing.
dare stop it.
You please stop abusing.
No, I'm not abusing.
Please
You dare
listen
not
to
abuse
an
my country.
argument.
You
Please
dare not
listen
abuse my
to an
country.
argument.
You listen to me first.
Please
You
listen
dare not
to an
stop it.
argument.
No,
No,
you
you
listen to
should
this
stop
argument.
it.
You
What
are
do you
paid
mean?
mercenaries.
Who are?
What do you mean? Who are you? Who are you? You are paid mercenaries.
Who are you? You stop
You are all
it.
paid mercenaries.
Listen,
You
have
stop
not
it.
set the standards of Indian democracy.
Indian
There are
democracy
no
rests on the
barriers.
Indian Constitution.
You are giving
Indian democracy. Indian democracy.
There are no barriers.
Indian democracy, gentlemen. Kavita Srivastava. Kavita Srivastava. 1 minute. Both of you calm down 1 minute, please.
We will have to stop this nonsense.
Okay, let
here.
Kavita
We
Srivastava
cannot be
complete.
going on.
Okay, let her complete. I have a question here, and the political panelists haven't spoken yet. 1 second, please, Kavita. I just
So
have
can
one
I
point.
come in? I have not been heard. Arnab,
But can I ask you a question?
You
Can I
allowed
ask you a
that
question?
gentleman to shout me down.
No, can I ask you a question?
Arnab, I have not been heard. That gentleman was shouting me down all along.
he's
he also
rebutting
started to give a
you.
point.
He's rebutting you.
Please.
He's rebutting you with the
Don't
same
call him
aggression.
gentleman.
He's
He's
rebutting
not
you with the
rebutting.
same
He's
aggression
not
that you show.
What is he rebutting?
He is rebutting you
What
with
is he
facts.
rebutting? He's not even listening.
I am
What is
telling
he
you,
rebutting?
you
He's
are
not even
paid
listening.
mercenaries and you bark at the instance of your foreigners. You don't do this
What
for
is
democracy. You don't. What is this? I'm telling you, you are not doing this out of conviction. You are doing this out of sheer being
Stop
paid.
it.
That's all.
Please
You are doing
stop
it an
it.
agenda.
You are
stop it
not
first.
giving me
You
my
stop this.
freedom. I've got it because
I'm
of my
giving you the freedom. That is why you are in
and
this
Supreme
channel.
Court
Okay,
has set
Kavita,
standards.
Kavita Srivastava, discipline over here.
Kavita Srivastava, I have a
There's no
question for
discipline
you.
over in this country.
1 second, please. 1 second, please, sir. I have a question for you. Please, Mr. Venkatesh, just hold yourself back for a minute. I am told every time, Constitution, Constitution, Constitution. Of course, my Constitution. My Constitution gives me fundamental rights.
Holy book.
1 minute, please. We have learned civics. We are also citizens of this country. We feel for this country. Our Constitution tells us there are fundamental duties. My fundamental duty is, and I welcome Sanjay Jain. 1 second, please. Sanjay Jain and Sudhanshu Trivedi into the
protect
debate.
our national
My question
heritage.
is, my fundamental duties say I have to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of my country, to defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so.
And
You ask,
the
1 second, sir.
national
1 second. You ask any
But
class 6
my
student. You ask
fundamental-
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute,
Just
Kavita
half a minute.
Srivastava. Ask, take my question. Take my question.
Just half
Let's
a minute.
learn that also.
Take my question.
1 minute.
Take my question. Take my question, Kavita. Take my question, Kavita. I am asking you a question.
And improve
I
the
am
natural environment,
I am asking.
lakes,
1
rivers,
second, 1 second.
wildlife.
1
That
second.
is also
I'm not
my
going to let go of
fundamental
this.
duty. My fundamental
And
duty
what is your duty,
is
fundamental
also
duty to go with
create
cringe
a
before the
spirit of
Americans?
inquiry and humanism.
What fundamental duties are you talking about, madam? To cringe before the Americans is
These
your
are
fundamental duty?
fundamental
To
duties.
go with a begging bowl before British MPs.
What are you trying to tell us?
Then talk about
My
What are you
fundamental
trying to tell us?
duty is also this.
What fundamental
And
duty?
please,
No fundamental, no.
This is
First, be a
these are
good
my
citizen.
fundamental
First, be a
duties.
good
This is
citizen.
the
opening the phone
Constitution
lines.
of India.
I have read enough Constitution.
This is
I know
the
much about this
Constitution of
Constitution. Please don't show me all those books.
My
Please don't show me.
fundamental duty.
I have got enough marks in my law exams to know about
Yeah,
this
please.
upside down. So don't teach the grandma. So don't teach the grandma all these things.
Duty is to protect the forest, the river,
Yes,
the
and Miss
livelihood.
Srivastava.
They will protect the
Please.
forest.
Miss
And you have got a green
Miss
bench in
Srivastava.
the Supreme Court.
Miss
You please go
Srivastava,
there. They will
1 second,
protect
1
you.
second.
You
Don't show me a book.
now say,
What?
now and here you say that you don't believe the Supreme Court.
No,
of this
I have one
country. You
question.
now say-
Sudhanshu Trivedi,
you
come
please
into
say
the
that
debate.
you don't
1
believe
second.
the Supreme Court. of this
1
Court-
second, gentlemen. 1 second. Kavita Srivastava and
Supreme Court-
Kavita Srivastava, 1 minute.
The
Hold back. I
Supreme
need to
Court
get
has
two
Delhi.
panelists into the debate.
Arnab, just
So said
one
no.
line.
Why do you want to
Just
go
one
and say
line.
something
the
else?
Supreme Court.
Now, if the Supreme Court has said that is the gospel,
My question,
that is the law of the land, that is the law of the land, that is the
my only
Constitution. Please
question,
understand the Constitution.
and my
Don't
only
go to the
question,
Constitution at the dead of the night
Can we speak?
like a teenager.
my
Please
question
understand
is
the
tonight.
Constitution. If the
Gentlemen,
Supreme
both
Court
of
has
you,
said
both
that is the law of the land.
Kavita
Don't try to teach us.
Kavita
And
Srivastava.
don't tell the Americans.
Kavita
Don't tell the
Srivastava,
Japanese. Don't tell the
Kavita
British.
Srivastava and M.R. Venkatesh pull back
They
my
have-
question
they have
to the
ruined
BJP
our
spokesperson.
forests.
Sudhanshu
They have
Trivedi.
ruined our forests.
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Don't go and tell them
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
what it is all about.
Sudhanshu
Shout,
Trivedi.
Mr.
Sudhanshu
Venkatesh,
Trivedi, your
learn
chance.
to
Sudhanshu
respond.
No, nobody is
Mr.
shouting. You
Venkatesh,
don't
Trivedi,
shout at my
after
country.
IAS
You
debate,
stop
please.
shouting at my country.
Sawal.
Please
You
come
please
back
stop
after
shouting at my
learning to
country.
debate.
Okay, 1 second. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Please
Sudhanshu
understand, you will
Trivedi.
not shout at my country. You
What
can
is
shout
this?
at me. You will not shout at the country.
Patriotism
Please
is the
stop
refuge
shouting at
of
my
a
country.
scoundrel. Patriotism
Oh,
is the
come on.
refuge of a
Let
scoundrel.
me be a scoundrel. Then what are you? I don't have to take a certificate from a paid mercenary.
Corporate
A paid mercenary did not tell me. What is this?
And you want them to come
Arnab,
and
he cannot be
just
calling
spoil
me
our
names.
river, forest,
I'll tell you
exploit
something.
the tribals.
Miss Madhuresh.
And
What?
you will not
But the British have done that, sir.
Madhuresh ji.
You are going to a parliament
Madhuresh
to a
ji.
bunch
You
of
will say that we have no right to
relax,
question
race that has
this.
destroyed us.
Relax 1 second.
You go to
And the
people who
world is only questioning because
people
they
who
have
have
been
destroyed our
paid. You
forests,
might be
destroyed
paid
our
because
women.
you have been
When you
paid.
go and tell them
Not
that
us.
look, there is something wrong in the country. What is that you are trying to tell us? You tell us that the Supreme Court is not functioning. You tell us the Parliament is not functioning. You tell us the media is not functioning. You tell us the intellectuals of this country are not
What do you
functioning.
mean?
You tell us
We
nothing is
don't have to
functioning.
tell you if the parliament doesn't function, you know it. We don't have to tell you. We are
No,
saying that
don't
the law
come on,
is
come on.
Going to become British citizens.
That is, you don't believe in the parliamentary system. You don't believe in democracy.
I'm
Why
telling
don't you
you.
contest elections? Why don't you contest
Mr.
elections?
Venkatesh,
Why don't you take this as a mudda?
I'm telling you,
Why don't
Mr.
you take it?
Madhuresh,
Why-
Mr. Madhuresh, 1 minute. Mr. Madhuresh, a minute. Mr. Madhuresh, a minute. 1 second. 1 second. Mr. Madhuresh, a minute. Mr. Madhuresh, a minute. 1 second, please hold back. I have something to say now. I've heard enough for this. I criticize what goes on in Parliament, but I respect my institutions. I can criticize what's going on in our courts sometimes, but I respect my courts. I criticize my politicians. I criticize my politicians, but I am an Indian citizen. I believe in the Indian institutions.
Arnab, we do respect
I am a proud
our vote.
Indian citizen.
Arnab, we do
No, you
respect
don't.
our
Then you
vote.
tell me, Kavita Srivastava, I am asking you something tonight. Kavita Srivastava, I am asking you something tonight. Was Priya Pillai upholding the sovereignty and integrity of India by seeking to testify against India in front of British MPs? Was she upholding the sovereignty and integrity of India by choosing an international forum to air her grievances against India and not an Indian institution?
That does not question.
I am asking you.
Questioning the integrity.
I am asking you. Enough one-way traffic for NGOs in this
She is
country.
not questioning the integrity. How can
does
just
not mean saying anti-national and anti-India testify.
Sudhanshu Trivedi ji into the debate, please. Let's get him on the screen. Sudhanshu Trivedi ji.
But you can do anything to India.
Sudhanshu Trivedi ji, please, Sanjay Jain. Sudhanshu Trivedi and Sanjay Jain. 1 second.
I just want to say one
stop
thing.
being.
You are taking the pretext of democracy, but you are not ready to respect any norms of democracy. If government has ordered something that you have to take prior permission, you are not ready to do that. If it is asked that you have to give an undertaking, you are not ready to give that. And when your persons are coming here on business visa and involved in such other activities like creating movement and other things, still you are not complying with the law. First, in one incident I would like to quote.
She will not give an
Singrauli, Madhya
undertaking.
Pradesh, in July 2014, the Madhya Pradesh government has captured on the pretext of a TV channel, they were having
Allow
a
Sudhanshu
drone fitted
Trivedi to
with a
complete.
high-resolution camera taking the view, and one was fitted in their van. If you are involving in this type of activities on a business and tourist visa, what do you expect of that? Second thing,
Sudhanshu
I would like
Trivedi
to say,
of
the same organization
RGPV.
No,
was
let him
conducting
Sudhanshu
in
Trivedi
Mumbai
of
on FM
Sudhanshu
radio
Trivedi of
a campaign
RGPV
against
Bhopal.
the tea. The particular those brands of tea which is exported. So on each and every aspect you are taking a categorically anti-India stand. And then you are trying to become the champions of tribals. I would like to remind you that it was
What
the
is
Bharatiya Janata
anti-India?
Party's previous government
Can I say
which
two
has
things?
created a tribal
Sanjay,
affairs
what is
ministry.
anti-India?
And it is the
I'll tell you.
consistent work of ours in the tribal dominated states like Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand, on which we are constantly having their support and we are having the government. On the other hand, the state ruled by the leftists like West Bengal, the poor have become poorest. So you are having no intention of doing
What
the
is
real benefit to the poor
anti-India?
rather than
Sudhanshu
indulging
Mr.
in some
Trivedi, a
sort of
question for you.
activities. And finally, I would like to
As and when you take a
ask
pause.
one question. Name a single country in the
Mr.
world.
Trivedi, a
Name a
question for
single
you.
country in the world
Since
in
you
which
use
this
the word
type of
democracy,
action is permitted.
Mr. Trivedi, since you use the word
Sudhanshu
democracy, let
Trivedi
me remind you. Just a
of
minute, Mr. Sarangi, just a
RGPV
minute.
Bhopal.
Mr. Sarangi, just a minute.
Sanjay Jain, continue.
Mr. Trivedi, a question for you. Did you read the Delhi High Court that shamed the government of Mr. Modi for freezing the account of Greenpeace and some other NGOs without even having any material substance for doing so? I think that is enough manifestation of the fact that your government, from the time it came into power, the IB, which quoted a Prime Minister's speech when he was Chief Minister in 2006 as part of the IB report in NGOs, clearly shows the intent of where you come
So
from.
you want-
You are
you- so-
anti-democratic, whether it's Teesta settlement,
I just
whether it's
want one
NGOs,
clear
it is
categorical stand from
evident
Mr.
as
Sanjay
it's
Jain.
in broad daylight. One
Does he
minute,
support the
one minute.
Greenpeace stand
Are you
of
upset,
talking to
Mr.
UK
Trivedi,
MPs?
are you upset that the Greenpeace
can
has
come to the
questioned
term
Mr.
whatever he is
Gautam
trying to
Adani's
discuss.
reports? Because according to what the world knows, Mr. Adani is apparently very close to the Prime Minister. That is a known established fact. Greenpeace has been questioning Mr. Adani. I can understand the BJP government's concerns. Let me tell you one last point before you go banging against NGOs.
Mr. Sanjay,
Trivedi,
I'm more concerned
your
about
party
the particular
exploited an
group
NGO
rather than
called
they are
India
questioning
Against
the entire
Corruption
national interest
for a
of India.
political purpose. On
This is,
Times
I
Now,
think, a very low
on
level
Times
of
Now, we were able to
scoring a
establish
political
Arnab
point
Goswami and I
out
were
of
on
a
the same
point of
channel
extreme
at the
national
same
interest,
time, which proved that the BJP
relates
had
to the
Kiran
energy
Bedi as a
security of
mole
India.
to try and exploit an NGO for their own political purpose. So if anybody exploits NGOs for political ends, it's you. And if you want to investigate NGOs, investigate the Sangh Parivar NGOs that get foreign funds as well. I'm not holding a label for Greenpeace.
Talk about
but
Priya
bottom
Pillai.
line,
Talk about
bottom
Priya
line,
Pillai.
what happened to the Chappan in Sarkar? It has suddenly got intimidated by an activist that nobody had heard of called Priya Pillai. Now, you have a right to question her, but you can't treat anybody like a criminal and deplane them without having any authority to do so.
Really?
Do you have a court order at the moment which indicts or implicates Priya Pillai from traveling abroad?
You know,
Is she anti-Indian? No, I heard her say...
One second.
I heard her say somewhere...
1 minute.
That she's posing before
one minute. How the limits of hypocrisy have been crossed by Sanjay
They came to India and they were found the violation of the visa rules and they were deported.
1 second. The limits of hypocrisy, ladies and gentlemen, I have to open up the phone lines. I'll open up the phone lines at this point. I'll open up to phone lines, but I will make one point before I take the first call.
And 1 point.
1 second.
Mr. Trivedi, since you're worried so much about India's image, then can you please jail Mr. Deepak Parekh, an eminent business leader who today has said that nothing has changed in India for the last 10 months?
That's got nothing to do.
No, 1 minute. So will you call him anti-Indian? Is Mr. Deepak Parekh, an iconic business leader, anti-Indian because he says India is struggling under the BJP
I'll tell you.
and Mr. Modi has been able to do nothing to make a material difference in the Indian economy. So anybody who questions you is anti-Indian. 1 minute. In the terror boat, we question you, we are anti-national. If the Congress party or an NGO or the media questions you, we become news traders, we become, you know,
1 second.
Bazaru. All of us are part of a very defunct group.
1 minute. Sanjay Jha, 1 minute.
And still she should
Just a minute. Sanjay Jha, hold on. Sanjay Jha, hold on. I'm going to open up the calls. But 1 second. Sanjay Jha, you have crossed all limits of hypocrisy, even by your own high standards of hypocrisy.
I can never beat the BJP at it, but BJP is the benchmark. Let me see
even by your high standards of hypocrisy, you have crossed all limits.
Okay, give me one evidence.
One. You deported Professor Richard Shapiro for alleged political activism in Jammu and Kashmir when he was on a tourist visa in November 2010. You want one more?
Wait, we don't have an anti-NGO philosophy.
Watch. I'll give another example. You want one more? You want one more?
Shall I tell you?
You want one more?
It was the UPA. 1 minute. It was the UPA government. It was the Mr. Venkatesh, can you listen for a second?
Where's Venkatesh is saying something to you? Mr. Venkatesh.
Please don't shout because I'm sitting next to Arnab Kusami. Model here. 1 minute. It was the UPA government that had a national advisory council that had members from civil society.
The charge is not
okay.
Venkatesh, know your point.
1 second.
The UPA government that encouraged civil society.
Hypocrisy.
It was a UPA government under which you found India against corruption flourished, even if it was anti-UPA.
Watch, Mr. Sanjay Jha.
And the National Advisory Council and eminent members of civil
Mr.
society.
Sanjay Jha,
You're not like the BJP,
National Advisory Council was the
autocratic, anti-democratic.
Hold back.
Biggest anti-national organization.
Come on, don't
And
go on
National Advisory Council
was
sold out.
the biggest anti-national
Mr.
organization
Don't
this country has had.
Do not understand
This country was supported by National Advisory Council.
Come on, National Advisory Council.
Bunch of anti-nationals. National Advisory Council was a bunch of anti-nationals.
What are you trying to say, Mr. Jha? National Advisory Council.
What example he's giving? He's taking pride in National Advisory Council.
Come on.
My God.
Has that done something for this country? Are you
Mr.
sure that is why you are in the opposition?
I know.
I'll take a break and continue.
Because of National
I will explain it to you again. The Bharatiya Janata Party is
one second.
Forget the Bharatiya Janata Party. I am not in the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay, gentlemen.
Last 10 years.
I am taking a break. I am taking a break.
Today they are in opposition.
I am taking a Newshour break.
They were doing the same.
Okay, we're going to open up the phone lines right now, and our first caller from Hyderabad is an IT professional called Rajesh. Rajesh, good evening.
Good evening, Arnab.
Yes, what's your question and who is it to?
I have a question for the Greenpeace team.
Yes, and the activists basically. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just going to take a little. I'll be quick on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
In 2011 April, these so-called activists did come to an office in Hyderabad and took a signature from most of our team, the employees, and I signed a statement saying that I am willing to contribute to Greenpeace, and it was taken, the payment of 250 rupees was agreed by me for a year to be debited to my account. And you will not believe it. They have been sending the debit statements. There has been debits to my accounts for the last 4 years. Although the amount is not very big, but I just want to ask, what is the process that the Greenpeace follows on these processes.
Why laughing, Venkatesh?
I'm sure you had given your bank account.
What they do in Tirupati is torturing. This is called torturing by the slow motion.
No, please contact your
This
bank.
is what happens when you. What they do in Tirupati, they have done in slow motion.
What's fun?
That's all I have to say. And see the glum faces on the activists. They have no answer to what they have done. This is something that they can never answer.
It's not about this. Please, my friend, don't laugh. Venkateshji, don't laugh. Please.
This is a laughing matter. It is a laughing matter.
If you really don't like Greenpeace, don't give them money. They are not extorting you, please. We should have stopped this.
What do you mean?
Arnab,
This is insinuation.
What do you mean?
can we answer that question?
Here is a caller. I have not made anything.
exactly.
I have not said anything. The caller has said. The caller has said he is a public. Please respect the caller and the viewer of Times Now. Please respect the callers. Please respect the callers first. Please have the courage. No. Please, I will not allow this to go on. Arnab, this is not done. You cannot say something about a caller who has just cut off the line.
I don't. One second. A fact being put by someone tonight. Rajesh is still on the line.
I will further this up.
One second. Rajesh is still on the line.
I will further.
One second. Rajesh wants to say more. Kavita, you will answer, but after Rajesh. Yes, Rajesh, please continue.
Yeah.
Kavita, I'll come to you after Rajesh. Rajesh puts an interesting fact. So what's your question really, Rajesh?
I will tell you the further problems that I had. I went to the bank. I gave a stop payment. I said, please stop this because I had given it for 1 year. And you know what? They continue to present that. And they tell me that you have to go and call up the offices of, Greenpeace, tell them all your numbers, give them letters, write to them, and try to ensure that they stop it from their end. And I am getting blacklisted on my stop payments. Now this is the problem. I have a CIBIL rating issue.
It's interesting, Rajesh, you make a point, but still an individual case. Yes, Kavita.
Arnab, just 1 minute.
Kavita.
Arnab, yeah. See, number one, we don't want ridicule in this debate. We don't want ridicule and laughter.
Who's ridiculing you?
And let us respect
When I shout, you say I'm shouting. When I'm laughing, I'm laughing. You are saying I'm laughing. What is this? You have to keep. Please be clear whether I should laugh or I should shout. Neither you should allow me to shout or to laugh. You cannot say I should neither laugh nor shout. And you say you cannot be democratic. And you say you are democratic. What is this? What nonsense is this? See, you don't allow me to speak.
Our next caller is Kumar Amritam from Jaipur. Our next caller from Jaipur is Kumar Amritam. Kumar Amritam, please.
You is the one who has not been
Kumar Amritam, please. Next caller, Kumar Amritam.
Yeah.
From Jaipur.
Hi, Arnav.
If Venkatesh is silent, we will respond.
Why do you want to silence me? I will never be silent.
Okay, 1 second. There is a caller on the line. His name is Kumar Amritam.
I will not
He's an engineer from Jaipur and he's calling. Please respect the callers, please. Kumar Amritam from Jaipur.
Can I reply, Arnab?
Hello.
No, after Kumar Amritam. Kumar Amritam.
My question. Hello, Arnav. How are you?
Go ahead, Kumar.
Hello, Arnav.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
My question is to all panelists who are supporting Greenpeace is that today Greenpeace people went to English parliamentarian saying that they are standing by tribal rights. Tomorrow, if I think some injustice is done with Muslim or any minor communities, I went begging to Pak parliamentarians instead of Indian ones, will it be equally incorrect? Don't they have 10 or 12 Indian MPs to stand by their side?
Kavita will answer. Satinath wants to answer that? Yes, Satinath.
Yeah, I will answer
Mr.
that.
Caller,
Arnab.
please understand where and why they're going. They're going to UK because it is a UK company that is violating the rights of the Adivasis, that is causing damage to the forest. The company is in the UK. They are not going to beg. They are going to complain against the British company that is rotting
you have no
havoc
idea.
in India.
You have no idea.
Do you get it now?
No,
You are wrong. You are wrong.
The company is in India. This company is in India. Company is a distinct legal entity. It is in India. It cannot be in America, it cannot be in London. The holding company can be there, but the company is in India. It operates. You go ahead with filing a complaint in the Green Tribunal of the Supreme Court, or take it to the Parliament or to the media. Don't take it to the Parliament.
This is not the only thing Priya and the Greenpeace were doing.
There is a locus standi that
They
you
went
cannot
to
ignore.
the
This is a multinational company.
So be it. But please read the Vodafone judgment. Supreme Court, which you say is the highest pillar or highest temple, said very clearly the multinationals can have operations everywhere. But if they are located in India, the Indian operation is distinct. Is distinct from its parent. Please listen to me. Is distinct from its parent. It is a separate legal entity.
The fact is. No, 1 second. 1 minute. 1 minute. Satynath Sarangi, this is a gross misrepresentation of fact to an extent which I find shocking, because how can you say that this does not concern India? This Greenpeace is trying to take down. Greenpeace is trying to take down 40,000 megawatts of thermal projects in my country. 40,000 megawatts of thermal power projects in my country.
Because it is the constitutional duty of every citizen to protect the natural heritage of this country. That is what they are doing.
There are larger serious repercussions that cannot be ignored. Nobody is saying the issue of growth as well as maintaining the ecology is always a challenge for any government. The question is, the Modi Sarkar seems to be going on a tangential move towards growth and ignoring the social cost of development.
Exactly.
That is the whole debate.
Mr. Sarangi.
Exactly.
Tell me. And the place to debate is the Parliament.
Mr.
British Parliament.
Mr. Sarangi.
Please, Mr. Jha, take your party and let it discuss in the floor of the House, in the Lok Sabha, in the Rajya Sabha, but not in the House of Lords and House of Commons. That is the point. If you have a problem, with the Modi Sarkar, go to the Lok Sabha.
Mr. Sarangi,
listen.
Mr. Sarangi, do you know the composition of the tribal in this country? Mr. Sarangi, do you know the composition of the tribal in this country?
I know.
What percentage are there in Chhattisgarh? What percentage are there in Jharkhand? What percentage there are in Northeast?
Is the freedom.
By the way, the Minister of the State from home is also a tribal. By the way, the Chief Election Commissioner is also a tribal. By the way, Mr. Longda was also a tribal. Mr. Sangma was also a tribal. By the way, there are so many parliamentarians and chief ministers. You think they don't have any brains, and you Greenpeace activists have all the bleeding heart and all the brains? What sort of logic is this?
You decide what is in the interest of the nation or not. Do you decide?
You tell me the composition of the tribal.
Why not?
You don't know your subject. You tell me what is the percentage of tribal in Jharkhand.
In the interest of the nation.
I'll stop coming on TV debates if you tell me what is the percentage of tribal in Jharkhand. Come on, tell me now.
Mr. Singh.
Do you know your subject? What tribal you are talking about?
I have
If you tell me the composition of tribal in this country, I swear I'll stop coming on debates.
I have to stop laughing because I start laughing when I look at your face. The point is not that. The point is protecting
you know what you look like. You know I don't want to make any personal comments, but look your demeanor in the mirror. You don't have to laugh
what
at
I'm
me.
talking about is
I'm only telling you that please tell me what is the composition of tribals in this country and which state. Since you are espousing their cause, and I said I will stop coming on television, Mr. Sarangi.
What?
Otherwise, if you cannot say, then you are a fraud.
The point that I'm trying to say is, will you decide what is in the interest or not? Is saving 500,000 trees from
Will British
felling
Parliament
trees not
decide?
protecting national
Decide,
interest?
Mr.
British.
500,000 trees
decide?
saving
Mr.
it is
Sarangi,
not national interest.
Mr. Sarangi,
Mr. Sarangi will
can't be
selling
serious.
out
Sudhanshu Trivedi is coming
selling
back.
out the Bhopal people to a company like Dow Chemical, is it in the national interest?
Well, you know, I want
Mr. Jaz Party will
you
answer.
want to
That
you
Mr.
you
Jaz
want
Party
to
will
you want to
answer,
tell
so
me
you don't
about
worry about
national
it.
interest, Mr. Sarangi.
And
Is
collecting donations.
Greenpeace
national
upholding
interest will be decided
is
in the House of Lords and House of Commons.
Mr. Sarangi, listen,
Yes.
is Greenpeace upholding the
Greenpeace
sovereignty
is
and integrity of India when, as per my sources, they are flying in foreign experts for protest creation, foreigners for cyber operations, foreigners for trade unionism, foreigners for funding operations with an intent to fuel
Answer
protests
me
in my
one
country?
question. Arnab, answer one question. In 2005, when CNN was launched, why did you have experts from Reuters? Why did you have international experts? Weren't there enough experts in the country? What were international foreign experts doing in the launching of Times
No,
Now?
Arnab,
Explain that,
he has made you
Goswami.
laugh. For the first time I have seen Arnab
Arnab,
laughing in
explain
his
that. Explain. Instead of laughing, explain. What were those international experts doing in the launching of Times Now? Weren't there any national interest? Your hyper super nationalist
All right. I think you lost the
Why did you
argument.
have experts from Reuters?
Sudhanshu Trivedi, because
Blacklisted, their visas are cancelled.
Sudhanshu Trivedi is coming into the debate. I don't consider that worth responding to. Sudhanshu Trivedi, please. On this.
Here in
still
India,
paying
with the
your
help of the
salary.
Greenpeace activists here.
Sudhanshu Trivedi, please, and Kavita Srivastava after that. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
And tell us, is RGPV paying your salary?
Another examples which you have given, all those persons who came here on the pretext of tourist or business visa and found in those activities which you are mentioning, all were blacklisted, they were deported back. And still, they are claiming that they are working for the interest of the country, they are operating from there, from behind the scene, and they are saying that they are working from the interest of the country. I would like to quote one thing.
They are
When you
saving
go
500,000
it is like
trees.
our former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, despite having severe differences with the then government on Kashmir, when he went to Geneva, he took the side of the government of Narsimha government.
Absolutely. Don't disgrace your country on foreign soil. Kavita Srivastava will respond. Kavita
Rather
Srivastava,
than
please.
going there and doing mischief to undermine India's authority and sovereignty.
Yeah.
Kavita Srivastava, please.
Arnab, I think, Arnab, that the present government is a paranoid government. It fears activists who are working in very small ways. I hold no brief for Greenpeace. I've only come to defend the right to dissent. I've come to defend our constitutional, which gives us, without any barriers, to go and speak where we
you
want.
are wrong.
If
You are wrong.
globalization
It gives,
is happening,
there is no
then I have
unfettered
a
freedom
right
in the
to go to
Constitution.
any
You are
place.
here to write to defend, and I just want to know what is your duty on the state of India and for the nation of India.
It said there is no unfettered freedom. Freedom without reasonable restrictions is no freedom. Freedom without reasonable restrictions is no freedom.
It brought out an intelligence
What are you talking?
report.
Don't talk all these things. No, you are going off the track. Please understand. Please understand. There is no unfettered freedom in the Constitution. Absolute freedom does not exist. In no country it can exist. It is only in jungle Raj it can exist. And also, if you read the Maneka Gandhi judgment, there are very clear fetters. Please. No, I will not silence. You cannot go away with bluster. Please understand, you cannot go wrong on facts. You can have your own opinion.
But the Modi government brought out a report.
No, you can have problem with Mr.
basic problem is
and his party.
the
You cannot have problem with Indian government. You can have problem with the BJP government. You cannot have problem with Indian government.
With their own view.
How can you say it is paranoid?
Of the society, and they consider
Why
that
should
they
it
are
not
the
be
best.
paranoid?
Only
Why should it not be
Sudhanshu Trivedi and Kavita Srivastava.
We have been put into foreign
rules by state,
Please,
or it is the country
don't crush
with these type of
dissent in the
ideologies have
studio.
ruled. They have ruined the poor
Don't
people's
crush
life.
dissent in the studio.
What do you
Don't
mean by
crush
dissent?
dissent in the studio. I want to be heard.
Kavita Srivastava,
Don't
continue.
crush dissent. Why are we shouted at? Why are we being shouted
Because
at?
Miss-
We want to share.
Miss
We want to
Srivastava.
state. that you cannot call all NGOs they're anti-national.
But
this is the most ridiculous proposition
but tell me, Ms.
on a TV show.
Ms. Srivastava,
to call us anti-national.
Ms. Srivastava, my last question tonight is that the Istanbul paper from the Istanbul conference sourced all its India
That's
data.
A debate paper.
One minute.
Paper.
Sourced all its India data from an America-based charity called Coal Swarm. One second. Called Coal Swarm, which hosts a detailed map of all 542 Indian thermal power plants, including all 4,000 megawatt ultra mega power projects on its website. Coal Swarm indicates that of the 39 Indian thermal power plants currently affected by grassroots agitations, 45% was the success rate, words they use, for stalling such projects. What does this prove? That these so-called people-centric agitations, which are being supported with foreign finance, foreign funding and foreign support and foreign individuals and foreign citizens, they help stall a thermal power project in India. That was the primary theme of the Istanbul conference. I am putting the facts to you. I am telling you, in 2012, Mr. Mayuresh, relax. Mayuresh, in 2012, tell me, Mayuresh, one second, Madhuresh, listen to me. Tell me, okay, Madhuresh, tell me, आपको सवाल है मेरा कि 9,999 proposed thermal power projects were there in the world, 455 were in India. And is it true that NTPC was ranked first with 47 projects? And there was a whole study done on how these agitations can stop thermal power projects from taking off. This was the subject of the Istanbul conference. What kind of conspiracy is this in the name of environmentalism?
They were getting foreign people.
These are facts. These are facts.
Can't challenge these. There is nothing wrong.
How can a government allow a foreign fund coming?
Now I want to also ask you.
In Chhattisgarh. Yeah.
We don't mind dissent.
So I'm saying we don't need the world to teach us how to protest.
These guys are.
We don't need FDI in this. Don't blame everything on the foreign nationals, foreign thing.
These guys are not nationalists. These guys have only one agenda.
Okay, you are the best
because Venkatesh,
the nation
is the signing authority.
To you. Happy, Mr. Venkatesh?
It's time to stop branding and labeling
He's the registrar.
Okay, our last caller tonight is Shashank.
I hope that makes you happy.
Our last caller is Shashank from Chennai. Shashank, good evening. Last caller tonight on this program.
Good evening.
Shashank from... Yes, Shashank, let's listen to the caller. Let's listen to the caller from Chennai. Shashank, go ahead.
Yeah, my question is to the activists that Greenpeace was involved in speculation, and if that's true, that's a big question because there is a difference between hedging and speculation. You hedge your risk, but speculation is just for profit making. So if an NGO indulges in profit making, that's a big question. Then my second question would be, why not you use RTI and PIL? Well, Rahul Gandhi will be seriously offended. Sorry, but I cannot help it.
What kind of speculation? Please explain.
All right. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this debate has gone on for 2 days. One thing which comes to my mind is only this. Activists say we have a right, we have all our rights. Tonight I'd like to remind them of their duties. Their fundamental duties, their fundamental duties, and your duty, you know, Kavita, like you can't go to the East India Company, and say, find a way to reform the Indian economy. This is like going to the East India Company and finding a way to reform the Indian economy.
The corporates are the East India.
You are going to the General Electric, to the United States.
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Reform the economy.
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
It's an obligation of any government to listen to its people. Mr. Trivedi, it's an obligation of your government to listen to everyone. It is an NGO or one single citizen of India. You've got to be heard.
मेरा मकसद था कि हंगामा खड़ा होना चाहिए. They are not at all concerned with the development of the country. They are only concerned in creating unrest so that their social and their other ulterior motives are
okay.
That's incorrect. That's absolutely anti-democratic.
Okay,
Mr.
gentlemen.
Trivedi, you have a majority government, but you cannot afford to say that I will kill dissent. I will not hear a contrarian voice. I will not hear an
I
alternative
thank you
viewpoint.
all for joining me on this debate on the News Hour tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.